OK, let's get to some transfer. Michael Bridge joins us. So welcome, Michael. And you have some breaking news. What is it?
Yeah, it's more good news.
Manchester City has sent shockwaves through the footballing world by officially giving the green light for a groundbreaking, record-shattering transfer medical. The Premier League champions have successfully negotiated a monumental deal to bring England's latest midfield maestro to the Etihad Stadium, finalising a pursuit that has dominated the summer back pages. In a stunning display of financial power and strategic persistence, City has managed to orchestrate an expensive hijack to secure their primary summer target. The player at the centre of this astronomical transaction is Nottingham Forest sensation, Elliot Anderson. The 23-year-old midfielder has seen his stock rise exponentially following a masterclass season in the Premier League and an eye-catching, dominant run with Thomas Tuchel's England squad at the FIFA World Cup in North America. Recognising his generational talent, Manchester City's hierarchy decided to shatter their own spending barriers to ensure the maestro would wear sky blue. Financially, this transfer completely rewrites the history books for British football. City has reportedly agreed to a jaw-dropping package worth approximately €150 million, £130 million, which comfortably eclipses the previous British transfer records, including Declan Rice's move to Arsenal and Alexander Isak's massive switch to Liverpool. It also surpasses Jack Grealish's £100 million move, making Anderson the most expensive signing in Manchester City's history. What makes the deal even more dramatic is the nature of the negotiation, which senior figures are describing as a complete transfer hijack. While rival European heavyweights and domestic suitors hovered around the midfielder hoping to strike a deal later in the window, City moved with ruthless aggression. Director of Football Hugo Viana bypassed the queue, met Nottingham Forest's unwavering financial demands, and convinced the player that his future belonged firmly at the Etihad. Because the midfielder is currently representing England on international duty across the Atlantic, Manchester City has adjusted its logistics to expedite the process. Medical staff have been dispatched directly to the United States to conduct the initial phase of the player's medical examinations. This proactive approach ensures that the physical tests are cleared immediately, allowing the club to finalise the paperwork without waiting for the conclusion of the World Cup tournament. The signing represents a massive tactical coup for incoming manager Enzo Maresca, who is tasked with overseeing a major squad transition at the Etihad. With the recent high-profile departures of club stalwarts like Bernardo Silva and John Stones, City's midfield was in desperate need of a new cornerstone. Anderson is viewed as the perfect modern engine, combining elite ball carrying, immense physical presence, and tactical versatility from deep positions. For Nottingham Forest, the deal represents a bittersweet moment of astronomical profit. Having signed Anderson from Newcastle United for a modest fee just 2 years prior, Forest director George Siriano's held firm throughout intense rounds of negotiations to demand a world-class premium. By refusing to budge on their €150 million evaluation, Forest secured an unprecedented windfall that will completely fund their own top-flight rebuilding plans. Rival clubs are reportedly stunned by the sheer speed and scale of City's financial commitment. There had been widespread speculation that City might instead pursue Chelsea's Enzo Fernandez or alternative continental targets, but the hierarchy's total focus on the English maestro left no room for doubt. This decisive hijack effectively pulls the rug from under competitors who were preparing their own packages for later in the summer. Fans of the Citizens have already erupted in celebration across social media as the news of the green-lighted medical filtered through. The acquisition of a premium homegrown talent of this caliber sends an unambiguous message to the rest of Europe: Manchester City has no intention of relinquishing its domestic or continental dominance. The maestro tag is heavily used, but the Etihad faithful believe they have bought a player capable of dictating their tempo for the next decade. The structural impact on the squad will be immediate as soon as the official media presentations are completed. Anderson's ability to transition play under pressure and drop into pockets of space aligns perfectly with the positional play Maresca intends to implement. The signing ensures that the structural void left by departing veterans is filled by a player who already boasts immense Premier League experience and proven elite-level temperament. As the final medical checks are processed in the United States, lawyers from both clubs are reportedly rubber-stamping the formal contract details. The deal will tie the English midfielder to the club on a long-term contract, ensuring his peak years are spent under the Etihad lights. It is a statement of intent that will resonate throughout the upcoming pre-season and set the benchmark for the rest of the transfer window. Ultimately, this record-breaking transfer symbolizes a bold new era for Manchester City. By executing this expensive hijack and securing the signature of England's premier midfield maestro, the club has reinforced its status at the absolute apex of world football. The green light has been flashed, the medical is underway, and the Etihad is ready to welcome its new €150 million superstar.
This video and subscribe.